In this video, we're going to talk about recording level, also known as input level, and why it's such an important topic. For some people, recording level feels like the end of the world. They try to get it right, feel stuck, and start thinking they can't move forward because of it. For others, it's the complete opposite. They don't care at all. They just hit record and start talking without really knowing what their recording level is. Is it correct? Is it too low? Is it too high? They simply don't know. Either way, recording level matters, because if your recording level is wrong, it can create serious problems in your audio. In your recording software, you'll see a recording meter or input meter. For example, in Adobe Audition, you'll find it at the bottom of the screen. If you double-click on it, you'll see the levels, usually shown as green, yellow, and sometimes red bars. On this meter, 0 decibels is the maximum level. Everything below 0 is shown as negative values. The louder your audio gets, the closer the meter moves towards 0 decibels. This type of meter is not unique to Adobe Audition. You'll see the same concept in other software as well. For example, in Audacity, the meter appears at the top. If you click the microphone icon and enable monitoring, you'll see the same type of level meter responding as you speak. So the big question is, what should the proper recording level be while you are talking? In most cases, your recording level should stay between -18 decibels and -6 decibels. That means your voice should cross -18 decibels, so it's not too quiet, and it should not go beyond -6 decibels, so it stays safe. Why is this important? Because on the meter, 0 decibels is the absolute maximum. The closer you get to 0, the higher the risk of clipping and distortion. When your level goes above about -3 decibels, you'll see the meter turning red. That red zone is dangerous. Once your audio clips or distorts during recording, it can be very difficult and sometimes impossible to fix in post-processing. In many cases, the only solution is to re-record the entire session, which can be extremely frustrating depending on the project. That's why staying between -18 decibels and -6 decibels is considered safe. It gives you clean audio and enough headroom for post-processing, helping you achieve good overall sound quality. Now, when you speak naturally, your voice won't be perfectly consistent. Sometimes you'll be louder, sometimes softer. That's completely normal. But if your average speaking level stays comfortably in that -18 to -6 range, you're in a good place. If you're always recording close to 0, there's a high chance that at some point you'll speak louder and push the signal into clipping. When that happens, the audio becomes distorted, unpredictable, and often unusable in post-processing. If you're not hitting the -18 to -6 range while speaking, that usually points to other issues. For example, you might not be speaking into the strong side of the microphone. You might be too close or too far from the microphone. You may not have selected the correct microphone in your software. Or your microphone or interface gain might be set incorrectly. All of these factors work together. Now let's say you've done everything right. You've selected the correct microphone. You're speaking into the correct side of the mic. You're at the proper distance. If you're still not reaching the -18 to -6 decibels range, then the issue is very likely gain. If the gain is set too low, your signal won't reach the proper level, and you'll need to increase it. If the gain is set too high and you're constantly recording close to 0, then you need to lower it. So gain adjustment is a key part of controlling your recording level. When you record clean audio at the correct level, from the correct distance, with the correct microphone setup, post-processing becomes much easier. You're essentially doing your pre-recording checks correctly, which saves a lot of time and frustration later. It's also worth mentioning that we've moved from the analog era to the digital era in audio recording. In the analog days, hitting the exact recording level was absolutely critical. In the digital world, we do have more flexibility because audio is stored digitally and can be adjusted later, as long as it isn't clipped. That said, for voiceover and audiobook recording, it's still best practice to get your recording level right at the source. If you aim for around -18 to -6 decibels at your louder moments, you'll avoid most of the common recording problems and end up with much better audio quality. We'll explore more related topics in the next lectures. If you're watching this video on YouTube, this lesson is part of my Professional Voice Audio Blueprint course. You'll find the link in the description and in the pinned comment where you can enroll through Patreon. Thanks for watching.